All right, everybody. Well, it's Monday morning after the race, and I'm making a video that I didn't think I was gonna have to be making, but I feel like I need to make this video, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. So it's kind of some fitting weather today for at least the situation that occurred yesterday. All right, so what you guys saw yesterday, 14 laps into the Bristol 1000, was me making a mistake. And I know better. I'll just put it out there. I've done a ton of racing, done a lot of endurance racing. And endurance racing, you can't win it on the first lap, or lap 10, or lap 14, or lap 99 of 100. But you can certainly lose it on those laps by being too aggressive, driving, and making a move that you shouldn't have made. You know, the race was pretty aggressive out there early, and kind of got caught up in it and lost some of my better judgment. I got hit on both doors and I got hit in the back, and then did a little bumping of my own, and you guys saw what happened. I'll preface the conversation a little bit with kind of where I was coming from and what was going on in my head. But, you know, qualifying happened, qualified 10th. Thought that was about all the car we had. Kind of settled into the race, lost a few positions early, made them back up, and then we had that first competition caution, and I found something in my line after the caution. Started passing cars. And the next thing I know, I'm third behind Nick Seuss and Haley Deegan. They're side by side racing, and you can't go 3 wide at Bristol. So the goal was to push Nick by Haley. I thought Nick was a little faster from where I had been behind them, because he was getting pinched down on the bottom line and was still keeping pace with Haley, because usually when you're on the outside at Bristol, you can keep more momentum. So the goal was to push Nick by Haley and then try to work and pass Nick. Well, going into turn 4, came in closer to Nick than I probably should have, and the goal was to push him out of the corner to get him by Haley, and then once we both got by Haley, I'm gonna try to get past Nick, like I said. Well, what ended up happening is I hit him too hard, and it got him loose. Once I saw him get loose and turn down towards the inside, I thought he was gonna go down towards the inside, which is why I kind of came up track, kind of close on Haley. And then the natural instinct when you get sideways anywhere is to counter steer into the slide. That's what I feel like Nick did. And when he did that here at Bristol, if you don't get it just right, you come right back up the track. And with us being at the front of the pack, it ended up taking all of us out. And like I said, it was my contact that I feel like started that mess, and I'm owning it. All right, I had to move, I was getting rained on. But yeah, so in life, everybody makes mistakes. And I made a big one in front of a whole lot of people. And I've seen a few people that are pretty fired up about what happened. And there's been good and bad. There's been a few people that I've noticed in particular have found every single YouTube video that they possibly can and make almost the same exact comment about how I am a terrible driver. I shouldn't be out there. Well, it's a racing incident, and it was a mistake, like I said, on my part, and I was racing for the lead. So if I'm a terrible driver, I shouldn't even have been up there racing for the lead, one. And kind of on another topic, if we all got out there and were the fastest guy qualified first, the slowest guy qualified last, nobody had contact, nobody made a pass, there was never any excitement, you guys wouldn't want to come to that either. And while I don't like being the guy that made the big wreck happen, I don't ever want to wreck anyone. I want to race cleanly. Sure, we can have a bump every now and then, but not to wreck anyone. And unfortunately yesterday I made a mistake and caused a wreck at the front of the field that then collected a bunch of other people. And with all the fans that were fans of those people and fans of the event, I'm sorry that I let a lot of you down and kind of cut down on the people that were in the race there for the finish. So the majority of the comments have been very positive. You know, keep your chin up, Kevin. It's just a racing deal. It happens, etc., etc. And I have huge appreciation for all of you that understand that it was not intentional. The best thing that came out of yesterday was that everybody is okay. And I had my doubts when I first stopped there by the wall, you know, after the crash was over with. And, you know, I had my doubts that everybody was uninjured. I went down and I talked to every driver that I could that was involved with it. Talked to Haley, talked to Nick, talked to Cleetus, you know, talked to everybody that I could talk to that I knew was involved. And nobody was mad. I apologize, you know, for being too aggressive too early, because that's really what it was. And I saw the opportunity to lead at Bristol. And I am a huge fan of this facility and the events that have gone on here, the history, and it's an amazing facility. And I don't like that, you know, I brought some negative attention to it, but also, you know, just that I caused a big wreck. So everybody's okay, as far as I know. I want to thank Nick from Side by Side Blog for not throwing me under the bus during the interview, during the race. I feel like he understood that it was not intentional. Like I said, I'd never, ever want to intentionally wreck somebody. That's not who I am, that's not my style. And for him to, you know, not be mad and accept that I made a mistake and unfortunately it wrecked a bunch of people, that, you know, I appreciate that immensely. And excited to get back racing with everybody, and you can bet that this won't happen again, at least from me. I will be a whole lot more conservative, still aggressive, because aggressive makes for good racing. Aggressive makes for good racing, but at the same time, I don't want to be so aggressive that I wreck somebody. All right, so hopefully I get invited back for Les Mullets, and throw out this mistake, and I've got a pretty good record when I've got an okay car. You know, we won the Freedom 500. We were leading Les Mullets twice and got the win taken away right at the last minute from Kurt Busch the one time, which that was another racing deal. He spun me out to win, and like I said in the video when that happened, probably would have done the same thing. At least nudged him to try to get a win were the roles reversed in that race. Maybe he went a little aggressive, but again, he won, I didn't. People remember who won. But the first Les Mullets I was in, got spun out late in that one after leading, coming to the last restart. Kind of got jumped on the restart a little bit, but you know, I've been up front at a bunch of these things when I have a good car. The first two races this year definitely didn't have a very good car, but this race we had something, and unfortunately that car is now done. All right, so huge congrats to Brad DeBerti, Joseph from the Hunt, the front crew. I hope to do some more stuff with those guys. I didn't get to hang out with them much, but they're awesome dudes, so follow their channel. Go check out what Brad DeBerti's doing, and JH Diesel for finishing third, which that's his best finish, and he was killing it out there. Led, I think him and Brad DeBerti probably led the most laps of the race, which you guys hopefully watched. It was awesome to see those guys up front there towards the end. I certainly wished myself and many of the others would have been out there with them, but we've already covered that. I think that's gonna wrap this video up. It's a short one, not really a lot of action in it. Maybe I include my in-car footage after this right here, but I'm not 100% sure if I will or won't, because we're actually driving right now to Bowling Green to drop the trailer and the truck, because we will be back at LS Fest next weekend with Soccer Mom and the Burnout car. Went from a hero with the Burnout car on Saturday to kind of a zero on Sunday with causing the wreck. So These guys are in here. These guys are in here cleaning up what's left of the cars, taking them outside to the scrap pile. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you guys next time.
good.